Why did you not opt for civil engineering as your optional paper for the UPSC?
Now, could you please tell me what is the history of Banaras Hindu University?
They say that Jharkhand is a state of rich land and poor people.
Yes.
What makes them say this?
Tell me, what is the meaning of this term cancel culture? Like, this has been in news a lot.
How many PVTGs are in Jharkhand and what is their status right now?
May I come in, sir?
Yes, come in.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir.
Please be seated. Please give a brief introduction about yourself.
Sir, my name is Aditya Kesri. I was born and brought up in Deoghar, the cultural capital of Jharkhand. I completed my graduation from civil engineering from IIT BHU in 2022. After that, I am preparing for civil services. My hobbies include playing guitar, reading and teaching about astronomy, and science fiction, novels and movies, sir.
You did your graduation with in civil engineering, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Why did you not opt for civil engineering as your optional paper for the UPSC?
Sir, because, sir, the study material of sociology was easily available. Along with, sir, my teachers and also my friends suggested me to opt for sociology. And also, sir, there was a correlation with GS subjects with sociology. And, sir, I found sociology interesting, sir. And I wish to learn more other than civil engineering, sir.
Today, when you reflect, Aditya, what do you find? Whether you are better at sociology or civil engineering?
Sir, I think currently I am better in sociology, sir, because recently I have studied more.
And you have forgotten your civil engineering skills?
Sir, not completely forgotten, sir. I need to brush it up, sir.
Okay, suppose you get selected and posted as a district magistrate in one of the districts in Jharkhand.
Yes, sir.
How your knowledge or your education in civil engineering is going to help you
Yes, sir.
in overseeing the projects there?
Yes, sir. Sir, Jharkhand is a developing state, sir. There are many infrastructural projects, sir, happening in Jharkhand. So, in that way, sir, civil engineering skills will help me to better supervise different projects. Also, sir, the engineering aspect also provides logical and objective thinking, sir. So, in that sense, sir, I
But
think...
you see, why in our country, particularly in the government sector, it is happening that our projects are taking long time to get completed, resulting in time overrun, cost overrun. So, what should be done to ensure that the projects are completed in time and within the budget allocation?
Yes, sir. Sir, the biggest reason, sir, for delay in projects are, sir, legal reasons, sir, and such as environmental clearance. There is still, sir, not very good implementation of single window clearance system. So these are the prominent reasons, sir. And to hasten the infrastructural projects, sir, we can think about the better implementation of PM Gati Shakti mission, sir, and single window clearance system, sir.
Okay, you spoke about the environmental concerns. Suppose your a highway project is passing through your area where you are posted as district magistrate. What could be environmental concerns in that area? Just imagine a situation.
Yes, sir. So, sir, the environmental concerns first would be due to deforestation. Then, due to construction, sir, many chemicals will be released, sir. And also, sir, due to use of groundwater for construction, sir, it may lead to depletion of groundwater table, sir.
Okay. Have you heard about mangroves?
Yes, sir.
What are mangroves?
Sir, mangroves are trees that are found in intertidal regions, sir. They have aerobic roots, sir, which uses for respiration, transpiration by the roots, sir, and they can survive against high salinity areas, sir.
Suppose a project is going through that mangrove area, then what precautions you will take?
Sir, mangroves are very important, sir, for environmental aspect and also to safeguard against coastal and tidal damages. So, if, sir, project is passing through mangrove area, we need to make sure that there is compensatory afforestation regarding mangroves only, sir. Firstly, sir, and secondly, sir, there needs to be awareness generation among the people living there to safeguard other means of forestation or
Okay, good, good. What do you mean by social impact assessment?
Yes, sir. Sir, social impact assessment is done in the initial phases of a project to find out what are the cost benefit, what will be the cost incurred and benefits comprehensively, not just economically but also regarding social impacts, how it would impact the native society and also about economic impact, sir.
Any concern about the resettlement of the population of that area through which the project is passing?
Yes, sir. There would be, sir, social impact will include the concerns also, sir, regarding the resettlement and rehabilitation policies, sir.
Thank you.
Aditya,
Yes, sir.
you are from Banaras Hindu University.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, could you please tell me what is the history of Banaras Hindu University?
Yes, sir. Sir, BHU was started by Mahamana Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya in 1916 on the nearby Central Hindu School, which was started by Annie Besant in 1898. It was started by donations from King of Banaras and Darbhanga. It was mainly focused to provide Indians with indigenous education along with Western education, sir.
Absolutely correct. But my second question, that is, of course, because you are coming from one of the most prestigious institutions in India, and of course, one thing that always that makes me worry always, and of course, I am very much sad with the reality that Indian universities ranking are not very much fairly represented across the globe. Now, could you please highlight me what is the reason for that?
Sir, the first reason is, intellectual properties are the first reason. There are low number of patents from premier institutions, sir. Secondly, there are infrastructural delay. However, sir, global rankings also have some bias, sir, regarding perception, sir. So, perception among foreign students, etc. So, that also leads to reduction in
Perception?
rankings,
What do you mean by that?
sir, the foreign rankings include perception like how other foreign students think about such institutions, sir, and different.
So which ranking is biased on the pretext of perception? Are you sure about that? Perception is also taken into account.
Sir, sorry, sir, I need to record it, sir.
Okay. Now, the third question that is, of course, linked with the first one. Now, keeping in mind the secular values and secular ethos in the cultural and, of course, religious mosaic in India, now, how justified is the name of Banaras Hindu University where the expression Hindu has been used? In fact, if you could recognize the history, you would yourself know that in fact, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya has been expelled from his community because he was one who was proliferating the idea of Hindu-Muslim unity. But how justified it is to have Hindu in the secular values of our democracy today?
Sir, Hindu in the name Banaras Hindu University does not reflect the religion, sir, but it's a way of life, sir, as Supreme Court has also said, sir. So, it is a secular institution with secular values. However, the name does not reflect the only religion, but, sir, way of life, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
that
sir.
means it does not, there is no problem with the name. Now, what about Aligarh Muslim University then? There are other universities which are specifically oriented, or the nomenclature which is, of course, used is Muslim, and sometimes there are other communities, institutions. Now, what is the requirement of that? Because India, of course, is a secular democracy.
Sir, I think it was due to historical reasons that the institution was opened for that particular upliftment of that particular section of society. That is why the name persists. However, sir, they are completely secular institution with secular values, and the name does not reflect.
Okay, fair enough. Now, very recently, secular, the expression secular, and of course, the expression socialist is much debated in the parliament, right? Because of preambular amendment bill that was, of course, moved. Now, my question to you is, do you really think that secularism, as it has been alleged by various countries, secularism is, of course, in India, is a compromised secularism?
Sorry, sir, I would not affirm to that point, sir, that is a compromised secularism. India has developed secularism on its own path, sir. Indian secularism is different from Western secularism, sir. Indian secularism comprises of unification of religion and also and promotion of all religious group instead of state not doing anything about religion, sir. So in that sense, I would not affirm to that point.
Thank you, Aditya.
Aditya,
Yes, ma'am.
Aditya, you're from Jharkhand.
Yes, ma'am.
They say that Jharkhand is a state of rich land and poor people.
Yes, ma'am.
What makes them say this?
Ma'am, this is because, ma'am, Jharkhand is one of the most prominent mineral producing state of our nation. It produces 40% of the minerals of the country. It contains 40% of the minerals of the country. However, ma'am, in different indexes like literacy index, human development index, Jharkhand lacks. Jharkhand is not in a better position. So, in that,
And why is that?
ma'am, there are various reasons such as political instabilities. There have been 11 chief ministers in 22 years. Also, ma'am, there is economic inequalities, and the share of services in the GSDP of Jharkhand is also poor. So these are the reasons, ma'am.
Your mother runs a business of her own.
Yes, ma'am.
Government of India has done a lot for small businesses. Can you name a few schemes?
Yes, ma'am. Some of the schemes include MSME schemes, ma'am, Swamitwa schemes.
Tell me the schemes that your mother is taking benefit from.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not sure completely.
Okay. You have interest in teaching astronomy.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you teach me a topic of astronomy? Let's say I'm a student of 5th standard.
Yes, ma'am. So, yes, ma'am, for a 5th standard student, ma'am, I would like to teach her about the eclipses, ma'am. That is simple to understand. So, I will teach him why eclipses happen, both solar and lunar eclipses. So, I will teach her, ma'am.
Okay. You are a student of sociology.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you heard about Sanskritization?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
The concept was given by M.N. Srinivasan. It refers to imitations of lifestyles of higher caste by lower castes in order to increase their stature, increase their social mobility within the caste system, ma'am.
Okay. Aditya, have you ever found yourself in middle of a fight with someone?
No, ma'am.
Never?
No, ma'am.
Ever been angry?
Yes, ma'am.
When was the last time you were angry?
Ma'am, due to poor marks in mains paper, ma'am, I was angry with myself only.
How do you handle your anger?
Ma'am, by reading different kinds of novels.
When you're angry, you pick up a book and start reading?
No. Ma'am, I know some breathing exercises also. So this made me make myself calm.
You
and
also
stuff,
have
yeah.
interest in futuristic novels. If you had to bring a novel to reality for making India a developed nation, which novel would you bring to reality?
Ma'am, it's not a futuristic novel, but in the novel Why Nations Fail, the author tries to say that political democracy or political stature of a country leads to economic development. So in that sense, ma'am, though as compared to China and India, ma'am, it is often said that China is a huge superpower and all. In that novel, ma'am, it says that the political democracy of India will provide more economic success later. So that novel, ma'am, I would like to bring in reality.
Okay.
Aditya,
Yes, sir.
you are from Deoghar, right?
Yes, sir.
Deoghar is known for its a particular kind of mela, which is called as
Shravani Mela.
Shravani Mela, right? As a district magistrate, what you will do to ensure that the crowd of this Shravani Mela is managed, because that is a huge problem there. Yeah.
Sir, as a district magistrate, the planning must start far before Shravani Mela enters, which is generally in July-August. So, first would be to estimate how many people would be coming to Deoghar for worship. Second would be to plan accordingly with holistic planning with different departments of the government so as to provide necessary facilities and security, sir. Thirdly, sir, extra police would be required to maintain the crowd. And fourthly, sir, there would be awareness generation regarding rules and regulations to the devotees.
Right. And you have put Jharkhand as your home cadre.
Yes, sir.
Right. Are you a domicile of Jharkhand?
Yes, sir.
What is the requirement for a person to be a domicile of Jharkhand?
Yes, sir. Recently, state government has passed a law regarding that their forefathers' name must be in the 1932 census, sir, which was done by the Britishers, sir. So that is the.
So was there a census in 1932 or something else?
No, sir. It was a survey, sir, not census, sir. Survey in Jharkhand.
Sure. You have also put sociology as your optional paper,
Yes,
right?
sir.
There is a particular group of tribals called as PVTG,
Yes, sir.
particularly vulnerable tribal groups. How many PVTGs are in Jharkhand and what is their status right now?
Sir, there are 8 PVTGs in Jharkhand, sir. Some of them include Asur, Pahadia, Somaria, Pahadia, etc. Sir, their status are improving, sir. However, they are still lacking in health and educational outcomes, sir.
And what is the criteria for defining a tribal as PVTG?
Yes, sir. Sir, some criteria that was given by Dhebar Commission itself was low population, low use of technology, isolation. These things.
Right. You are also a civil engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you something. 26,500 tons of steel, right? Something without nut and bolts, an engineering marvel. What I am talking about?
Sir, can I take a guess? Sir?
Yeah, you
Sir,
may take.
Howrah Bridge, sir.
Right. So what kind of bridge is this?
So it's a cantilever bridge, sir.
Cantilever. And why this is a cantilever bridge? Why there are no pillars?
Sir, because they use the methods of instead of nuts and bolts, sir, they use riveting method, sir, to rivet different parts of the steel structure to form.
Why it was done so?
Sorry,
It
sir.
is a tough kind of infrastructure, but still, no issues. My last question to you would be that Jharkhand is, I mean, beautiful. Jharkhand itself means the land of Jhars, right? Still, I mean, they have rivers, they have mountains, everything, right? They have Netarhats. Still, Jharkhand is not on the one of the famous tourist hotspots of India. So, as a civil servant, what will be your steps to put Jharkhand back on the map of tourism?
Sir, my steps include, firstly, sir, I will talk with my colleagues, sir, to come and visit Jharkhand and also to spread the word, sir. Second, sir, I will extensively use social media and other platforms to generate curiosity and keen interest about Jharkhand. Thirdly, sir, I will request the central government also from the state government side that Jharkhand should be treated as an important place of tourism and it has huge potential to attract devotees and tourists, sir. These are the steps, sir.
Thank you.
Aditya, you are a student of sociology. Tell me, what is the meaning of this term cancel culture? Like, this has been in news a lot.
Sir, cancel culture is done by people who prefer status quoism over change. So, whenever there is a change in the society, they respond or react violently in social media and other platforms to not change the status quoism of the society, sir. This is.
So, who is right here? Like the people who are being opposed through the cancel culture, or like who are actually propagating this cancel culture?
Sir, both have valid reasons to retaliate, sir. However, sir, it needs to be a balance.
Can you give me an example, like where it was in?
Yes, sir. Regarding, sir, marriage, legalizing marriage of the LGBT community, there were many backlashes by right-wing people against providing legality to
Do you
the
think
marriage.
this legalizing the same-sex marriage would have a bad effect on the institution of marriage?
Sir, I think marriage as an institution will not have a bad effect. The institution itself changes and itself evolves, sir. So in that sense, sir, it will not have a bad effect. However, sir, the change must be brought from the people, from the legislation, not from the judiciary, sir.
So, like the government and the judiciary, they should not take any proactive step. They should wait for the community to realize it. And
sir, the steps should be taken by government, sir, by the legislature, sir, because they represent the people, sir. And people should also be made aware about the human rights, sir.
Recently, this UAE consensus or Dubai consensus was in news. What is it?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to.
You're not aware of it. Okay. The Russia-Ukraine war has been going on for a long time.
Yes, sir.
What is India's stand? Is India supporting Russia?
Sir, India is not supporting Russia. India is supporting peace between the two countries.
Who is the aggressor in this case?
There are again two views regarding it. Russia claims that it's the aggression of NATO, expansion of NATO to the east, whereas Ukraine says it's the revanchist, is the claims of Russia.
Okay. Is India right in buying that crude oil, discounted crude oil from Russia, which is helping Russia to continue the war against Ukraine?
Sir, yes, sir. India is correct, sir, because any foreign policy must get aligned with the national interest of the country, sir. So, in that sense, sir, India is correct because we need oil for growth, and so that is why, sir.
Okay. You come from Jharkhand. What is Sarna code in Jharkhand?
Yes, sir. It's the religious place of Santhal, sir, where they worship, sir.
Okay. And why was it in news?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Okay. Who are the Dr. Didis in Jharkhand?
Sir, I think they are NGOs, sir, or self-help groups of women, sir, who provide.
You can look it up. My final question to you. You yourself said that in Jharkhand there has been 11 chief ministers in 22 years or 20 years. So, what do you think? Like, this shows the strength of democracy or the weakness in democracy?
Sir, it's not about strength and weakness of democracy, but strength and weakness of the party, sir. They are not able to collaborate, and they are not.
So, it must be showing the weakness of the political party then.
Yes, sir. In one sense, sir, they are showing the weaknesses of political parties. They are not able to.
So, we should have one person continuing for a long time.
Not, sir. The people must realize, sir, the parties must realize that a stable democracy, a stable polity is important for growth, sir. So, in that sense, sir, we should have a long tenured chief ministers to complete their tenure, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Aditya, tell me why Shivling at Devghar is called a Jyotirling?
Sir, it is one of the Jyotirlingas as mentioned by
There are
Adi
12
Shankaracharya.
Jyotirlingas, isn't
Yes.
it? So, what is the significance of the Jyotirling in Devghar?
Sir, there is a historical, there is a mythological story regarding that Ravana went to Kailas and sacrificed 9 of his heads. After that, by Lord Shiva gave him his part as a sibling, sir, and it was established in Devghar, sir. He was initially trying to take it to Sri Lanka. However, Vishnuji in Gwala Avatar managed to put it in Devghar, sir. That is the
Okay,
mythical story,
okay.
sir.
And why devotees take water from Ganga at a place called Sultanganj
Yes, sir.
and go to Devghar all the way?
Yes, sir. It is again a mythological story, sir, where Lord Rama took the water from Ganges near Sultanganj and put it on the Devghar sibling, sir, in order to win against the Ravana, sir. So both Ram and Ravan are devotees of Shiva, sir. In that sense, to achieve prosperity and health, etc., people do, sir.
Who are dark bums?
Sir, dark bums are those bums who don't stop from Sultanganj to Devghar, which is about 108 kilometers, sir. So they keep on walking, sir, and running.
Thank you very much, Aditya. It was nice talking to you. The interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Your interview is on 10th, na?
10th January, yes,
Okay. Which attempt is this for you?
sir. Second attempt, sir.
Second attempt and first interview.
First interview, yes, sir.
Okay. So, how was your experience today?
It was good, sir. I could do better, sir. I could do better.
Okay. Could you assess your performance quickly?
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding the major questions such as why it is called Jyotirlinga, I was not completely sure about it. Also about the status of STs and tribals that sir asked in Jharkhand. And sir, regarding situational questions like as a DM, what would you do? I should have given more concrete answers. It was more abstract, sir.
Yeah. You see, good thing in you is that wherever you did not know, you candidly admitted that I don't know. That is how it should be. Not knowing and still speaking is a sort of committing suicide,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Never ever do that. So many things one doesn't know, you don't know. Why the Jyotirling, you don't know. But even without knowing, if you start speaking, then there is a problem.
Yes, sir.
So that you always keep behind the back of your mind when you go for the interview. Your personal integrity and integrity of purpose should never be compromised.
Yes, sir.
It should remain intact throughout the interview. So that is very important for you. You have a very good background. You have passed out from IIT BHU, opted for sociology and all that, and you are coming from Jharkhand.
Yes, sir.
Jharkhand itself will elicit a lot of interest
Yes, sir.
from among board members. Read current affairs, in particular related to Jharkhand thoroughly, from all aspects. Your government schemes in that area initiated by the state government and the central government, then your economic backwardness of Jharkhand is always a question.
Yes, sir.
Why it is so low in all the rankings issued by Niti Aayog and other various agencies. So you have to prepare it thoroughly and never give a very negative, portray a negative picture of the state from which you come from. Yes, there are issues are there, of course, but there are solutions also,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Definitely, sir.
So then you appear to be a very positive person, isn't it? Instead of blindly defending, you should defend with logic.
Yes, sir.
So your answers have to be logical. Once you are giving logical answers, then you become a potential candidate for the civil services, and board will like to induct you and give you a good marks in the interview. So your personal integrity, I said, opinions have to be very, very balanced, very constructive thoughts you should express, never ever demean a thing or give a negative connotation to anything. Third is your clarity of mind. Your mind should not appear to be cluttered. So is a very clear, level-headed person, clear person, and your communication skill is good, and your knowledge on a variety of issues. These are the only 4, 5, 6 parameters based on which your personality will be adjudged by the board. Because test of knowledge is not test of knowledge. Test of your personality will be questioned by asking these questions, and you are absolutely good. A very good personality, and a board will be really happy to give you good marks with a view to take you to the civil services, unless and until you do
Make
something
something,
drastically wrong there in the interview. Then you are a student of sociology. M.N. Srinivas, you said M.N. Srinivasan. This is not acceptable. A civil engineer who has opted consciously to choose a subject which is not his comfort zone, he has gone outside his comfort zone to choose a subject because of a strategy, isn't it? So there, at least name part you should not be. Srinivasan should be M.N. Srinivas. And his theories will be there. People may ask you about Sanskritization, they may ask you about little tradition, great tradition. And there has been criticism also of
Yes,
the theory of Sanskritization. That you
yes,
should be aware. Yogendra Singh is another Indian sociologist who has given the theory of harmonization and all that. He has also criticized. On what basis? And this Sanskritization theory emanated from which empirical studies conducted by Mr. M.N. Srinivas. All those things, as a student of sociology, you should be aware.
Study of course. Yes,
Isn't
sir.
it? Somebody who knows M.N. Srinivas, who knows the subject, may ask you. I don't know anything of sociology, but still I can tell you from my readings that on which community he made his studies and based his arguments. So just have a cursory glance on that.
Yes, sir.
Civil engineering area is another area where you may be asked. One is the general question which you asked, and you are good. And then about the engineering marvels of the country, be it bridges and all that. Recently a bridge has come up in Chenab. So what is the structural design of that bridge? Because nobody will be interested in knowing how lengthy the bridge is and what is the height of the bridge.
Okay.
As a
It's
civil
an
engineer, you have
architect,
to,
sir. Yes, sir.
So what do you mean by this? Suspension bridge, what is a suspension bridge? Just now you mentioned. What is a pylon? All this, why, where you want to go for well foundation, where you want to go for, exactly. So all those things. Then your highways are being constructed in a big way
Yes, sir.
under Bharatmala scheme.
Yes, sir.
So highways, what are the new materials which are being used in highways? So as a civil engineer, at least remember 2, 3. Importance of fly ash and all, you only said fly ash and all those you should be able to. Otherwise, you are a wonderful candidate. Just prepare whatever little time is there at your disposal. Read your state thoroughly, vis-a-vis Bihar also.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And prohibition in Bihar, not prohibition in Jharkhand. Okay. And tribal, we tried to ask you a question and you yourself have admitted, tribal issue, because sociology is your subject.
Yes, sir.
So tribal issue is also very important, isn't it? So Sanskritization, does it relate to tribals or not? That is then one question. Suppose if I ask you this question, does it cover tribals?
So yes, sir. There are again both ways. There is also
Aha.
tribalization,
So you
Brahmanization.
should
Yes,
be
sir.
aware of all that,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Otherwise, you're an excellent candidate. Have confidence in yourself. Go with a positive body language. Smile on face. Internally, you may be nervous. It should not get reflected on your face. You should be a very happy person, a brimming person, radiance on your face, and you have won the bar. Okay, you will be getting good marks in the interview, no doubt. If you have any specific question to ask, feel free to ask.
Yes, sir. Sir, when I am talking to one particular member, I generally don't look to other members, sir.
Actually, there are two theories in that. So it's very difficult to tell you. What happens if, suppose you are talking to me, so now your normal tendency, natural tendency is to look at me only. But it becomes a long discussion, a dialogue. Then it is your duty to ensure that you do not lose attention of other members also. But at the same time, make sure that it is not a mechanical kind of a thing, looking here, looking there.
Just a
It should not
glance,
appear
yes,
like
sir,
that.
one or twice.
Just a fleeting glance here and there. So it should look as natural as possible. Okay.
Sir, one more question, sir. When someone asks me question, I generally tend to answer very fastly, sir. Many people say that you should take a delay of 3-5 seconds more.
Don't try to be mechanical. Be your normal self. Be your natural self. As long as you are talking sense, as long as you are giving logic, nobody is bothered in the board.
Yes, sir.
Because once you enter, you don't greet us. Once you come, you don't take our permission, because these are problems. But once you engage into discussion, and it's an animated discussion, a meaningful discussion, done.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Chalo, all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thanks.